Welcome to Procedures and Routines, brought to you by Amy Wagner with Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools Beginning Teacher Development and Support Department. Before the first day of school, it is so important to identify key procedures to ensure success in your classroom. Establishing clear routines will create a productive learning environment for you and your students. So what is the difference between a procedure and a routine? Can the two terms be used interchangeably? Not quite. A procedure is what the teacher wants to happen, but it has to be taught over time. Once the procedure is practiced and students have learned it, it becomes a routine in your classroom. Routines are what the students do automatically. It has become a habit within the classroom. So how do you teach a routine? We have 4 simple steps to ensure success with establishing strong procedures that will become routines. These steps will create the acronym PETR, or P-E-T-R. So let's start with step 1, to practice. But this isn't the students practicing, this is the teacher practicing. We will often set up procedures within our classrooms that we ourselves are not familiar with, and we don't stick to them. Before the students can create the routine, we must create it for ourselves and internalize it. This is especially challenging for beginning teachers because there are so many routines to create for ourselves during those first few years. This is why it's important to not introduce too many procedures too quickly, for yourself and for the students. Step 2 is E for explain. This has to be explicitly planned out. So instead of just having a checklist of all the procedures you want to teach each day, you need to have a detailed plan for how you're going to explain each procedure to the class. This includes having a clear name to identify the procedure, describing the procedure, and also why it is important to the classroom environment. Finally, the teacher will model this procedure for the students. Step 3 is to teach, and you have to invest some time into this step. You may want to use visual cues or a slide deck to help students learn. After you have modeled it during the explain phase, you may want to welcome a few students to model it for the class during the teach phase. You may even want to have a student model what the opposite of the procedure might look like. This gives that one student a chance to go ahead and get it out of his or her system. And finally, you have to provide ample opportunities for students to practice throughout the day. And this brings us to step 4, reinforce. Reteach, practice, and reinforce the classroom procedure until it becomes a routine. This practice over time is essential for transforming a procedure into a routine. We would also recommend having a schedule to reteach important procedures throughout the year. You can expect students to test their boundaries when it comes to routines. And if you do not remain diligent, routines can become a little loose. So periodically reteaching them can help you avoid this and keep things running smoothly. Thank you so much for watching our video on procedures and routines. In the description of this video, you will find links to resources that will help you as you plan your procedures and create routines. We encourage you to like this video and subscribe to our channel, BTD&S Connect4. Thank you.